and I've had a conversation with Joanne about helping out to take over as the head road captain, just for the fact that Joanne's got a lot of our rides on, past rides, and like the ride we had on Christoph's ride on Saturday, that we were going to go to Warragamba, and because Sydney being a bit of a hot spot at the moment, we sort of needed to pull something out quickly that we could change. And Christoph and Joanne were able to come up with a fairly good ride on Saturday, and Christoph did a recce.
Fairly good ride.
Fairly good ride, other than it being freezing cold. What have I got? I got Pam Crawford. As the meeting started, we can't log in. Let me see.
Michael, whatever you sent me via email really worked. It worked really well.
I did it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did I do? I can't remember. I just sent you an invite, I think, on Facebook.
Yeah, but it worked really well.
Okay, let me try, see if I can do that. Invite Pam on the Pam Crawford send invite. When you set it up, Christoph, did you send a mass invite out to everyone?
Mass invite was sent out on Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah.
Yeah.
So done.
All you got to do is click that link and it takes you straight to it.
That's it. Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people.
Yeah, for some.
I had hungry I was trying to cook dinner. I'm burning dinner and trying to log in myself and trying to help Hungry out. So one of the things that we did talk about was the making sure people log in RSVP on Member Jungle, just so we've got information who's coming on rides, because of the restrictions and what we need to do to comply with COVID at the moment. It's a big must of knowing who's on those rides. Now, it'll help us manage venues that we possibly might go to, because a lot of venues don't like I know Christoph, we had 12 on Saturday and they were able to manage that amount of people. But if we had 20, 30 people on a ride, how we've got to manage that, and it may be slightly different to what we've done in the past, whether we, can get a venue that can, break us up into two different groups, whether we've got to, leave separately from wherever we're departing from. What we just need to do is make sure everyone's on board with Member Jungle, and making sure that they are RSVPing onto that. So most of us, like all of us here on the committee, most of us are pretty aware of how it works and how to use it. I think Kerry, you're able to use it now. I can't hear you, Kerry.
He said Joe sorted it out for him. He's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I think you, Peter, you still can't get on.
I will now.
Yeah.
I'll sort that.
So we just need to make sure that everyone's, on top of the team app. Team app. What am I saying? I remember Jungle Gym.
That's it.
I've got it in my head. So the things that I had noted that I was going to talk about was one, which was COVID, which I've just spoken about. The other thing I was going to talk about is our membership finishing at the end of September. So anyone we won't, obviously, if those people haven't renewed, we will just archive those people after the end of September. So they'll still have retained their their HOG membership and their chapter member number. But, you know, if they come back, that might change the number that they're in the list. So obviously, I was hoping to have this meeting at the Harley shop, but obviously Kevin wasn't keen on having an unknown number of people. Oh, looks like Tony and Jackie are on. Can you hear us? No, we can't hear you.
Yeah, it's still connecting to audio. Yeah, now they joined, they unmute.
Oh, and Pam's on too.
Pam's on.
Hello, Pamela, can you hear us?
I think they are on mute first. They have to unmute themselves.
Pam, can you hear us?
Dean's hogging all the camera.
I might just wait for their audio to connect.
Okay, Jackie, you unmuted.
Jackie, can you hear us? Tony, can you hear us?
I can.
Still can.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay.
Wait.
Pam, unmute. No, she's still, it says
Still
audio
connecting.
connecting. And Peter's got a little note. She's going to hold me up and say, Michael. Can you hear us, Pam? Earth to Pam.
To Pam.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Hey.
Jackie.
Hello. Hello.
Come close and say hello.
Why is Pam still connecting?
Lean on there.
Can you hear us now, Pam? Oh, where'd she go? She's gone. What did she do? So just to give you guys a heads up, what we were just talking about. We were just talking about COVID and Dave's on again. Come on, Dave. Yeah, so we were just talking about COVID and the member jungle, making sure that people, when they come on rides, can RSVP so we know what numbers we've got on rides. It's just a real... Can you hear us, Dave? No, still nothing.
He might need his hearing aid, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's something we're going to push out is the making sure that people RSVP on that member jungle. I've got probably in the next couple of months we'll probably end up having to continue doing Zoom meetings, but just trying to find venues that'll accept us to have meetings at. David, can you hear us? You're on mute, Dave.
Come closer.
Can you hear us now, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
brilliant.
good. Yeah, we're just chatting about the member jungle. We're just trying to reinforce to people that they've got a RSVP. Looking like with these Zoom meetings, this is probably going to be a regular occurrence now because like I was hoping to have a chapter meeting at the dealership, but obviously with looking like restrictions, Kevin wasn't keen on that. So it's probably going to be more once a month. I'll still continue the monthly meetings the first Wednesday of every month. So that'll continue, you know, how many people we get. You know, we might only get 2 of us, but at least we can get the information out. What we're probably going to do is push more messages out via Peter, and it'll go out via Member Jungle, Facebook, and emails. So we'll try to engage and try to get information out to the members and you guys as much as possible. Try to keep everyone engaged and the information coming. So the only other thing is I received an email back from our regional director, Ken McDonald. Greg Bones, he sent him an email with his concerns about the issues with the hog membership and value for money from hog membership. The email we received back from Ken was basically the same that he said to us on the meeting the other week, and the fact that, you know, like there's parts of the membership that people don't see. At the end of the day, to be a part of the chapter, you have to be a Hog AU member. It's the rules, regardless if we like them or not. It's part of being in the club. And the way I look at it, it's $1.65 per week. It's you know, you can't buy a coffee or anything for that. And for the what you get in the friendships, it's worth it's worth more than $1.65 per week. So, but regardless of some people's stance, and Bradley's prime example that he's taken the stance against Hog AU, and that's his prerogative, that he wants to step aside from the chapter for what he thinks is the value that he doesn't get from his Hog AU. And that's, I've tried as much as I could to make him stay in the club and tried to make people understand that there's more than what you see. There's more than just the fact of the patch and the pin and the magazine. It's much more. It's deeper in the friendships that we make. It's more in the bond that we make with the people in the chapter. That it's worth more than that to me, especially. So that's just my little say. The standard feedback from Ken was, you know, you get cheaper insurance, you get, you know, the patch and pin, and you get the magazine. Yeah, and you probably in America you probably get a lot more value than what you do here in Australia, but we can't help it. They're an American company, and Greg's just come online. He might even want to give us more input to that email and his take on what he got from the email he received back from Ken. Are you there, Greg? Can you hear me?
Hi guys.
Hi. What did you take on the email you received back from Ken McDonald?
Really, it can boil down to one thing, which is the value of hog is to make people have an opportunity to be in a organisation which is got a common interest, and probably not a lot else apart from a patch and a pin, and potentially rallies when they can have them again and things like that. But probably not a lot of. I was pretty disappointed, to be honest, with the response. It was more just business as usual. I was hoping that Hog AU, Ben Foster might actually respond, but he obviously passed it on to Ken and said, please respond on their behalf. But yeah, it's pretty. I don't know. I'd like to see more from Harley Davidson themselves to say what are they doing around hog and how is it important to them, those sorts of things. So, but really, it came down to you're paying $80 a year. It's around being able to meet friends and have a good time and socialise, really.
But I guess my take on that, Greg, is that regardless of the patch of the pin or the magazine, look at the friendships that we make from it. That to me, like I know he said it was $1.65 a week that it cost. Yeah, it is only $1.65 and it's $80 a year. And there's other memberships. I know I've spoken to Dave, and there's memberships for different clubs that are a hell of a lot more than that. Do they get the friendships and the bonds that, being in a, netball club or a soccer club? No, I don't think you do. I don't think you get the bond and the friendships. You don't get the common interest that you do with especially our bike club and being part of Hog. Harley is is a unusual entity. I think the fact that they've found that niche that worked well, and they worked on it, and that it's been around for so long. But you know, I think if you're gonna just put the fact of what you get out of your $80 or whatever it is, you know, looking at just the patch of the pin, I think it's a lot deeper than that. You know, so that's just my take on it.
Michael,
Yes, Dean.
can I say something?
Yes, you can.
These are trying times at the moment, so you're not going to get the best out of anything at the moment. But if you want to be part of something, it doesn't matter what it is, a golf club, tennis club, bike club, you know, there's a subscription that you pay, right? Now, to be part of a local chapter, it's been in the, let's say, the constitution, whatever they want to call it, that you have to be an AU member.
Mm.
We didn't make the rules. We're only here to just make sure that the rules are put in place.
Mm.
You know, I don't know what members want any more of.
Mm.
If you want to be part of something, you normally pay for it, don't you?
Mm.
To join Scouts, it's $80 a quarter, a school term. Like that's Scouts Australia. They
Exactly.
have to put it. There's Hog Australia and Scouts Australia. You got to join Scouts Australia to be a scout in them, and it's
Yes.
$80 a term,
Yeah.
a school term. So
I can't, you know, I see what Bones is saying. You know, maybe he expected a bit more from his email, but at the present moment, these are trying times. So you're not going to get value out of anything at the moment.
Mm.
You know, they cannot put on anything at the moment because of the way COVID is. But if you still want to be part of something, you still pay for it. You know, it's not a big drama. And as you say, it's only $1.85 a week. What's that?
Mm.
$1.65. $1.65. Sorry. Yeah.
20 cents you're saving.
You know, with Bradley and maybe a few others, okay, they want to stick by their guns. They want to prove a point. Mate, if you want to be part of something, and Brad's been part of something like this club for quite a while, and he's done a lot for it. But you know, what do we do? You know,
If they'd come back and said, "What do you think you need? You know, what would you like to see as increased value?" I would have said
exactly.
like,
Yes.
I would have said things like coordinated rally program across Australia and New Zealand that is coordinated between HOG and all the chapters and the states, that is coordinated. Now, the COVID-19 at the moment stops you doing that sort of rally thing, but you can plan now for the future. Like I was talking to a cruise line today, they're already planning out to 2023. So, you know, that sort of planning, but ask us what we want and what would we like to see and do that. You know, surveys, you know, get information. What else would we like to see out of HOG that you're currently not providing? That sort of stuff. So, but it's asking a question. You don't get anything. It's just, you know.
Yep, I hear you. I know what you're saying. Yeah, for sure.
Look, and I'll agree. There's a lot of parts of they could have done that have disappointed me. Like I know one of the things Bradley asked was what they were going to do. Were they going to like during our club being down, we pushed membership back. Are they going to not charge people or take a pro rata, because obviously we can't participate in the club during COVID because of restrictions? Were HOG going to take a bit of a cut out of that? I know, for instance, work cover, or safe work they're called now, any high risk license, they're not charging at the moment because of COVID. You know, a lot of clubs are putting things on hold or not charging as much because people aren't using it. And that was the one thing that upset me, that why they couldn't have done that, because there are people that are losing their jobs, you know, losing, you know, businesses that because of COVID. You know, a lot of Australian people are finding it tough. Why they couldn't themselves gone, look, let's cut some of the charges, or, you know, I understand they've got, and part of Ken's response was they've got a, you know, they've got staff that they've got to pay for that run Hog AU, but possibly you would think, well, maybe they're working from home, you know, they don't have to pay the charges that they would normally have to wear if they're working all together. And I don't know why they just went flat out, no, we're not, you know, they were encouraging that we were doing something, but not themselves. So
Maybe that's one you go back to them about, Michael,
yeah,
because this COVID's not finished.
no, it's definitely not. So
I think, as Bones sort of said, you know, unfortunately, Hog, like the Queen said, is, you know, last year's been a annus horribus or whatever, you know. It's been a shocker of a year. You know, Walker wasn't exactly, you know, as planned. A lot of people lost, didn't get refunded money because they direct debited it. The Queensland State Rally got cancelled because of what seemed to be poor planning by Hog Australia. I mean, I'm a life member, so I'm an old fart, I suppose, similar to Bones, who's a life member. So we paid, you know, our life membership some years ago at great cost. And I feel for people paying the, you know, the $75 or $80 or whatever a year now, because I don't really see that Hog Australia is doing much. Yes, it's only $1 something a week, whatever, and it's mandated as a part of to be a local chapter member, you have to be an AU member. Yes, I understand that, but I really think Hog is not really doing a lot for its AU members. You know, and yeah, you can say, yeah, you get a patch and a pin, whatever, and a magazine. You know, I've got, you know, that many pins that it's filled up 3 vests. You know, I don't even bother putting them on my latest one because the vest the old vest is so heavy you can't wear it pretty much. You know, and it hasn't been out for probably since 2005. But, you know, I'd really like to see, you know, what Hog AU is actually going to do for its Australian members. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, we publish, and Dave Crawford would know, and many other treasurers, Bones as well, we provide a balance sheet of the clubs at an annual statement. You know, where's Hog AU's annual statement? You know, can we get a copy of it to see where the money coming in, the money going out, and what's going on? And we're financial members, so we should be able to do that. But it doesn't seem to be available.
I thought all registered clubs or anything like that had to do that. I thought they had to provide.
Check yourself off that and talk about
Yeah, I assume they do, but I mean, that's something that it would be good to actually, you know, to be able to see, you know, where the money's going, you know, what is the actual benefit.
I thought they actually legally had to provide that.
I think they should be, yeah. So, anyway, well...
But I mean, other than that, I think, you know, we need to focus on writing and having fun and staying in touch with our members and the membership. Like this sort of Zoom session, I know it's, yeah, we haven't had one for a while. It's good just to keep that sort of contact and just to informally, you know, to socialise, you know, because a lot of people, you know, aren't going out, you know. I know I spoke to Jack and Di the other day. They're not going very many places at all. You know, unfortunately, they're not on the call. But, you know, we need to sort of try and engage the members that you know, we are still a part of, you know, the riding family, and we're here.
Yeah.
Just for myself, I really enjoy the club. I really enjoy the people. I go on the rides and everything like that. We have a really good time. For me, it's worth the $1.80, whether I get anything from AU or not. It's just worth it to me, you know. I really
Yeah.
enjoy it.
And that's my exact feelings too, Kerry.
Yep.
You know, I really don't care if I get a patch or a pin.
No, it doesn't matter.
And look, yeah, the rally side of it does upset me. And, you know, I gave Hog and Harley, when they had Harley days, that, you know, I thought I'll try it and see how they go. You know, like they haven't had a decent rally since Tamworth. And I think Tamworth set the bar quite high, and they just haven't been anywhere near that. I know, like I've got information that Walker Motorcycle Rally has been moved to, which was planned for this November, and they've moved it to the 19th and 21st of November next year. So, you know, like rallies, and look, and COVID's probably pushed that, but the track record of their rallies, like Glenn was saying, with the Queensland one and with Walker, and what they've shown in the past haven't been the greatest. And I really enjoy rallies. I loved Tamworth, and I loved Canberra. I loved a couple of the other smaller ones that we've been to. But it's a shame that they've sort of let the ball go on the rallies. I think if they step their game up with the rallies, they might start bringing people in and stop worrying about trying to bring all these other bikes in and trying to worry about, oh, let's get all the Yamaha or the Triumph guys. Just worry about the Harley guys, because they're the guys that are buying the bikes off them. You know, they're the customer base that they've relied on for so many years. And why they don't just look after us, that's the part that upsets me. So
if they're doing that, Michael, they're only chasing money.
Yeah.
If they're trying to bring other brands in, they're only chasing the dollar. That's it.
I think it was a telltale sign from the like a recent announcement that Harley's not going to be, you know, launching multiple models and whatever. You know, that it needs to get back to its grassroots, you know. And
exactly.
Like I've attended, hi Annie. I've attended probably 20 national rallies over the last 25 years, 2 Harley days. And, you know, we talk about Tamworth as one of the best rallies that people had seen, but, you know, it's interesting because, I mean, I attended the 2001 National Rally in Parklands on the Gold Coast in 2001, and there was about 2,400 Harley owners participated. So that number was equalled at the Tamworth Rally some, you know, nearly 20 years later. So, you know, Hog's been, unfortunately, you know, in a decline for a period, and then it's, you know, come back up. Harley days didn't help, but, you know, Harley need to learn from their mistakes. Unfortunately, they don't seem to like to learn from them. And, you know, and that's something that is unfortunate, that, you know, they need to do things that work and stop doing things that don't, and look at new things that will work. And, you know, I think with Bones's response, it was like, from the regional director, that most Hog members in general only stay a Hog AU member for approximately 24 months. And then they seem to drop off. You know, if you were a smart business person, you'd try and work out, well, what the issue was, and change your business model to attract those members to stay on.
Can I just ask a question?
Yes, Kerry.
The national or the national AU, elected or are they appointed by Harley?
What's that? Sorry.
The committee, the National AU committee, are
Yeah.
they elected or appointed by Harley?
They have what they call their customer experience officer, which is employed by Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
So he's employed, and they just employ like admin staff to work in their office. But he's basically employed by Harley Davidson to look after Hog, and that's he's the Red Bull guy, which we had Gary Luxmore before that. But this guy, I've
So
never even met the guy.
But they actually look after Harley's interests rather than AU, like the members' interests. Really. That's just curious.
Well, he's. You would think his role being customer experience officer, which is to try to bring people to the Harley brand,
Yeah.
and try to bring people to the Harley brand, is, in my opinion, is through Hog, because one, we're the biggest customer base in all Hog members are a Harley owner. So we're the ones that buy the motorcycles. We're the ones that buy the leather jackets, the boots, the riding gear, the Harley stuff. I know for a fact when they sell a brand new Harley and they give free membership out for the first 12 months, Hog membership, Hog AU membership, they lose basically 50% of those members don't rejoin. So why they give free membership out for the first 12 months at $80 each pop, and they lose half of those. I reckon the numbers, and that was back when we did Hot back in Albury a couple of years ago, I reckon the numbers are probably higher than that they lose. So, you know, but that's always been their base, is try to bring people in, is when they buy a brand new motorcycle, they get the free membership. And at the time, they were talking, most Hog members stay between 2 and 4 years. Like Glenn said, I reckon the response is probably definitely less than 4 years that people stay Hog members. You know, if you're a Hog member for 5 years, I think wouldn't be surprised if they want to give you a life membership now. I think you've got to be. Yes, Anne. You're on mute. You're still muted, Anne.
No, I just said I've been with them 5 years.
Well, I think once you hit 5 years, you can get life membership. Is that right, Glenn?
You have to be a member.
You can purchase life membership after 5 years, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a bit more expensive now than it was.
Mm. Yeah, I think it's over $1,000, isn't it, for life membership?
I only paid $700.
Mm. So, and I think the silly part is to be a Hog member, you can have an AU membership, but you can have associate, and you can have life membership at AU, but we can't have that at chapter level. Why they allow associate membership, but won't let us at chapter level have associate? Why they won't let us at chapter level have life membership? I know Newcastle had, or Broadmeadow had members that they officially in the chapter at chapter level had life membership, and then they turned around and said, "Oh, we're not going to enforce that anymore. Now you've got to start paying." The people were thinking, we're life chapter members, but they turned around and said, "No, you can't." And there was an uproar up there about it. You know, so, you know, like, how would you feel, Bones, if all of a sudden Hog turned around and said, "Yeah, you were a life member at AU level, but now we're going to change the rules and move the goalposts, and now you can't have a lifetime membership"?
I'd go to Department of Fair Trading, but apart from that, this is the only organisation where you can buy your life memberships. It's a weird sort of situation, you know. So you haven't earned it; you've just paid some money, and you've got perpetual. They should call it perpetual life, perpetual membership or something, because it's not the same as a life membership you get from a club. So, yeah, as an award or reward. Yeah.
Well, what I might do is I might get some of the normal formalities out of the way. We might go around. Dave, can you just run through so we can record what our financial position is at the moment?
Yeah, mate. The reserve's 4,065, and the main bank account is 8255.65. $8,255 65 cents. We had some more go in the bank again today.
Okay.
So we're right for a party.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that a virtual party, is it?
A virtual party, yeah.
Virtual party, yeah.
And Dave shouting.
Just send over the roast over to my place.
You could have a Zoom party.
Dean, have you got anything as assistant?
No, mate. The only emails that I've got is what you've covered from Ken McDonald. I checked them today and yesterday. Basically, nothing coming in, and there's not much going out at the moment. So all we're doing is, as our club, our Central Coast Hog Group, just arranging our local rides, and that's about all that's on at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's over and out from me, Michael.
Cool. We had, Peter, we didn't have any actions in the last minutes of the meeting from the...
No.
Nothing. Yeah, I didn't think we did. So, but we had a good turnout for the ride on Saturday. As much as it was a sort of bit of a thrown together ride, wasn't it, Christoph? That we sort of threw. What was it? Friday you went for the recce.
Oh yeah.
You can leave the fog out next time, mate.
Yeah.
And the
Looked
mud.
like
And the mud.
looked like a good ride, mate.
No, it was good. So,
What'd you ride, Michael?
I rode my motorcycle.
Have you got it back?
Yes, I have.
What was wrong
It's
with
working. I can't tell you. It's
It's the operator.
it was a loose battery terminal.
I was going to say,
Oh, good. I
probably
need,
the
and you
battery.
couldn't do that. Good on you,
it?
Michael.
I told you you need maintenance on that bike.
I need to find a decent mechanic, Dean.
Yeah, I'll try and find one for you.
Yeah. So we've got coming up. We've got rides planned. I'm just going into my events now.
Yeah, Michael.
So
It's yours on the 16th.
is mine on the 16th. That's
Yeah.
out to Wiseman's.
Yeah.
And then we've got Ruff's ride after that, which is basically Laguna, which is up near Wollombi again. Wollombi, I think, is going to get a bit of a hammering. So I think definitely no heading south for a while.
Yeah, but at least we're riding, mate. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Is someone updating Member Jungle with the lubing details?
Yeah. Well, what's going to happen, Glenn, is she's going to get a bit of a crash course in Member Jungle with Joanne, and Peter's going to, as our secretary, she's going to take on updating all that. So hopefully what the plan is, and Peter and I spoke about it today, is that we want to try to get more information out to the members and out to people. So expect a lot more info coming soon. So, okay. So some of it might be boring, and we might even just do, like with the way Brett used to run Chapter Chat, we might just put out a little newsletter or something very short, and it might be just an update and a bit of information on members or something like that. So, but Peter's going to run with that soon. So, and
Isn't it members?
Members. Okay. Thanks, Anne, for correcting me.
No, it was on the Member Jungle.
You found one, and I can't even find where you found that too. Listen, send it to the complaints department.
Who's the complaints department? Peter.
Brett, he's gone.
Okay.
We don't have one.
We don't.
Non-existent.
Pam, have you got any updates on clothes,
No,
merchandise?
just going to order some more polos. We're not going to do the blue t-shirts anymore. We're just going to stick with the polos.
Yeah.
So I'm going to order some more so that anyone wants them will have them. But they've gone up in price. They will be $60.
Okay.
He's put the prices up. So
What were we charging? 50 or something?
yeah, but also too, the first run that we done, Kevin subsidised them where
And
the club subsidised them. That finished. But yeah, I think with the polos, the club's probably making $1 at charging $60 because he's whacked the prices up. So yeah.
I might hit Kevin up, see if he can help fund it a little bit too.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've got a collector's club T-shirt for sale, do I?
Yeah.
Don't forget on that member jungle, Mick, we need to change the Angry Bird and put a few extra things on it, like the name badges are actually, you've got to pay $10 for them.
Yeah. Joe
So
said we're not subsidising them anymore.
Yeah, so that's something, Peter, that we'll have to put in the minutes to change the Angry Seagull on the front of Member Jungle, so it's more in line with Hog.
Yeah, it has to be the rocker and the eagle.
Yeah. So and the other thing is we need to note in there that if people want a name badge, that it's, how much is it, Pam? $10.
Yeah, they're $10.
Yeah.
And what I'll do from now on, I'll wait till I get a few and then order them, because over the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks, I've had to go up every week getting name tags. So yeah, I'll just wait till I've got a few, and maybe just once a month I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Pam.
Michael, I've just sent where it is into the Central Coast Hog group, our
That
committee group.
Oh, you can't see it. Oh,
Should have put it on the chat thing on Zoom. Anne?
How do I put it in there?
Oh, there's a chat thing. You can
down
actually...
the
To everybody,
Yeah,
I know
if you
that.
type it in there, we can see it, you know.
Oh, okay. I don't have. I want to put a photo in though.
Yeah, you can put a photo and then share it.
I see.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay,
yes,
I'll put it in. Can you see where I'm talking about?
I've got it. Yeah, there's a big red circle around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I
You're worse than my high school English teacher.
Oh, stop it. I can't put a picture in it.
Anyway,
She on?
I don't know.
she's in the messenger, in Messenger on Facebook.
Whatever it is, take another one.
Oh, okay.
Christoph, have you got anything? Photographer?
No, I
Our
think
our stand-in webmaster.
yeah. So actually, for your information, I'm also part-time social media guy. So if you have any ideas on how to promote the club in social media, just let me know. We'll definitely keen to explore the options.
Are you taking up a role as influencer, are you?
He's looking very professional.
Hey, he had his drone out because he can get the context that we need. Yeah.
Yeah. So
as long as he doesn't stop in the middle of an intersection next time.
I didn't. And before we started, I also, for everyone's information, I informed all the road captains and I sent out a document enlisting how we're supposed to be doing it.
Some of us didn't read it.
No comment.
Oh, we've got a very capable guy there, Michael, doing that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but seriously, yeah. Well, so the last ride was very good, and I'm sure the next one will be as good.
Yeah.
So I'm very keen to join it. And Bom, I'm guessing you will be riding a bike, not the car. So yeah.
Yes. Finally, on 2 wheels.
About bloody time.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
Mate,
So I'll go around. Peter, have you got anything you wanted to bring up?
No, just that we're hoping to get better communication channels once I get a hold of this member jungle.
Yep.
Know what we're doing. We should be able to communicate a lot better with everybody.
If you need help with that, Peter, I can give you a hand if you want.
Yeah, thanks, Annie. Hope within the next fortnight we'll get that happening and we can start getting information out a little bit better to members.
What about you, Kerry? You got anything you want to add? Okay, thanks, Kerry, for that.
Michael, did Mick Astle get home okay, and is he all good?
I actually haven't heard. No,
I haven't heard from him either.
I think he's still in transit, maybe.
I'll try him again tomorrow.
He is home.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw something on Facebook that said he was home.
Yeah.
I'll give him a ring tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, Anne.
Thanks, Annie.
Tony, Jackie, you guys got anything?
No.
Where we going tomorrow, Tone? Where we going tomorrow? Where are we off to tomorrow?
I think we might pull up round Cobar, I think.
Right, okay.
Bastards.
Bastards. Yeah, we got to work, haven't we, mate?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, next time.
Glenn, what are you reading?
All welcome to come.
That's the Broken Hill Run, is it?
It is, yeah. Tomorrow morning we're leaving.
Sorry, Christoph and I are working for the NBN. We're just trying to keep the country running since everyone else is.
Well, fix mine then.
I'll take my hat off to you. Keep the country running.
Fix mine then, because it keeps buggering up.
You haven't seen my Facebook then? I just put a speed test that I just did. I'm getting over 108.
I saw that. Telstra probably didn't give you enough last month, so they're giving you a bit extra this month.
Telstra about to give me 4 months free bills.
Also, Michael, ladies of Harley rides. We'll just keep them under wrap for a while COVID's fucking us around, eh?
Yeah, we're more immune.
Yeah. They'll be up and running soon, but we'll just wait to see what's happening.
What about you, Dave and Pam? You guys got anything you just want to bring up?
No, not really, mate. No.
Yeah. Bones?
How was your dinner, Dave? You don't want to bring that up?
No, mate, no. It's good.
So what's Brad going to do?
Brad?
Yeah.
Pervs?
Yep.
Officially not in the club anymore.
Okay.
I just noticed he left the committee page.
He stood down from his AU membership ran out the other day, and he didn't renew his chapter membership. And I've tried to talk to him, tried to get him to, but yeah.
And Brett?
Yeah, the same.
Same, right.
So Brett's still in the committee page, but I just noticed before Brad's left, but I think
I think Brett's still officially in the club because I think his AU membership is still going.
Actually, he's not. Actually, I've just noticed he's not.
And I think he did pay his chapter membership. So.
Yep.
I've just noticed he's not in the group in the committee page.
Yeah. Bones, have you got anything you wanted to bring up?
No. We talked about the hog before, so that's good. I went for a short ride on Sunday, so I got back on the bike for the first time in about 14 weeks or something. So I should be back on soon. So yeah, do some more rides. Looking forward to it. And
how come you weren't at the road captains, which was noted, Bones?
I had a bit of a late finish. Although I'm working from home now, I'm actually busier now than I normally am. But it's just I don't have to drive to and from Sydney. So
yeah,
a bit of a late start. Then I had got straight into a beer and something to eat. So yeah, apologies for that.
Okay, we'll let you go this time. Glenn, you got anything?
Sorry, go off mute. Nothing from me. I've already said my part, but yeah, hopefully I'll be back later this month for a ride.
Yeah, that'd be good. So it's unusual seeing all these guys who normally would would always be on a ride, and all you guys not being there has been a bit bizarre. So
Called old age and being stupid.
But we have had great turnouts on the rides. The last couple.
Operations.
And we didn't hear what you said.
I said in operations, not just being old. But I've got my seniors card now.
You've got what?
I got my seniors card.
Are you that old for a seniors card?
Yeah, I got mine too, Annie.
I got mine the other day.
I've got another 2.5 years to wait.
My first free coffee from McDonald's.
Oh, congratulations. You probably deserve it, you know.
That's something I wouldn't advertise, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Hey, you wouldn't. You'd be surprised how many places you get discounts at. It's amazing.
Probably not at Harley.
Another like membership.
And I'm going to ask you a question. I spoke to the new service manager down at Harley Davidson.
Our friend Glenn, yeah.
Yes. I actually haven't dealt with the Harley shop in a few years.
He's a service manager, not the service advisor. No, service advisor, not service manager.
Oh, okay. Blah, blah, whichever. What's the difference, Dean?
A big title. One
big
gets paid
title.
more than the other.
He's a nice bloke, actually.
He was really helpful.
He speaks very highly of Neil and Annie. He does.
Yeah.
And I said,
he loves us.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He gets very drunk with Neil sometimes.
Hey, Dean.
Hello.
Yes,
What's
Kerry.
the difference between a technician and a mechanic? They keep calling them technicians and mechanics. Is there a difference?
I miss that, mate. You're the echo.
It's just the title.
What's the difference between a technician and a mechanic?
There's none now, mate. No, they're both the same.
It's just that Harley guys call them technicians. I don't have to worry about that because
No. All mechanics these days are technicians. Yes, true.
Right, okay.
Yep.
They're
So
technically
I've
challenged.
changed my title now. I'm no longer a mechanic. I'm a technician.
So can you charge more for that or less?
It depends on what I'm working on.
So does that mean you're technically challenged?
We get
It's
discount.
daily rate.
Hey, Michael,
Exactly right.
just on the shop,
Yep.
my mum went down to pick up some stuff for me today. They forgot something. They brought it to my house tonight.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You're privileged.
Yeah.
We had some
Kevin
deliveries
brought it
too.
to my house tonight because they forgot to give it to her. So he brought it up and himself.
Who delivered it?
So
Kevin.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Kevin.
On his way home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
hey, it's great that I need it for tomorrow. So yeah.
What was that, a raincoat, was it?
Not where I'm going.
How wet is it going to be out there?
Not
Cold.
It's going to be.
It won't be wet.
It'll be.
Cold.
the only wet was wet
It'll
on
be
the
cold.
inside.
It's going to
Cold
be
enough
cold.
here, so it'll be cold out there.
It's dry tomorrow,
Will be wet on the inside.
and I reckon that Friday we will dodge the showers.
Yes.
I
We
hope
will.
you
Get
do.
drenched. You will get drenched.
Yeah.
No, mate.
Yeah, see.
It very rarely rains.
Well, I got a new raincoat for my birthday.
Oh, so you're going to use
Don't
it.
you wear
That's
it
right. Yeah, no worries.
Just take it with you, Tony, as long as you've got it with you.
That's it.
It'll make
Yeah.
it rain if you take it, though.
No, it only rains when you don't take it.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
Mine just
guys.
smelled
Well,
on the pipes.
yeah. Okay, well, I'll sign off and thank everyone for turning up. I really appreciate it. So,
Thank you, guys.
Nice to
Yeah.
see you all.
yeah, it
Take
is.
care, Glenn.
See you next ride.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
guys.
See you.
Cheers,
Stay
guys.
upright.
See you guys.
See
Stay
you.
safe.
Bye.
Yeah.
Well, cheers.
See you,
Cheers.
Dino. You better look after my man.
I will.
They'll get him very
Yeah, don't
drunk.
lead him up the wrong path.
Yeah, they'll get him very drunk.
Yeah, probably.
Andy, you know me better than that. I don't drink.
Oh, yeah, right.
No, Not much.
What's that in your left hand?
Yeah, good on you. It's empty.
And what's it
No,
got
it's
on
got a
it?
little bit.
Oh, yay.
There's a small mouthful in there.
There is. Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good night.
Hang on, I've got a message. I've got to read it. Don't close it.
Bye.